Rockford IceHogs look to close out their 5-game road trip on a high note tonight as they rematch and close out their season series against the Cleveland Monsters at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in downtown Cleveland. Hello, everybody. Joseph Zakrzewski once again with you for this edition of IceHogs Warmup. Coming up on the program, we're going to hear from interim head coach Anders Sorensen, get his breakdown from game number 1 of this little weekend set, if you will, against the Monsters back on Sunday afternoon. We'll also hear from forward Josiah Slavin, who helped factor in the lone IceHogs goal in the setback to the Monsters on Sunday as well. Well, for your Rockford IceHogs, this road trip, they're trying to get back to the win column. They are 1-3 through the first 4 games so far. They would take on the Monsters on Sunday afternoon, and it would be Cleveland that would skate away with a 4-1 victory. So with that, let's take a look at the updated Central Division standings. The IceHogs enter tonight with a record of 23-23, 3-1 to sit in 5th place of the Central Division. Still an opportunity to climb, but look how jam-packed it is, especially the teams that are right behind them. If the IceHogs were to fall tonight, they can see themselves slide all the way down to 7th place of the Central, so keeping a leery eye on the Iowa Wild and Milwaukee Admirals bunch, as well as the Texas Stars right there in the thick of the pack, and the Grand Rapids Griffins. So the IceHogs wins are at a premium for them. For the Cleveland Monsters, 21-23, 6-4. They are 7th in the North Division, but they still have a chance to make a push if they're able to collect wins as well. And looking at the Central overall, the Chicago Wolves, Manitoba Moose, and Milwaukee Admirals leading the pack right now, and they're starting to build some distance. Chicago, though they suffered an overtime loss to Grand Rapids on Sunday, still on a 10-game point streak, so they'll take points any way they can get them at this point. For Manitoba, they're at Abbotsford tonight. It'll be a later game, but we'll certainly keep an eye on it. A 5-game point streak for Manitoba, and the Milwaukee Admirals, they are on a 6-game point streak. For the Grand Rapids Griffins, they are winners of their last 2, sitting in 4th place, and then you have Rockford, Iowa, and Texas all jammed up there, right there in the middle of the pack. For the Rockford IceHogs and Monsters, they would collide on Sunday afternoon here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, in which the Monsters would skate away with a 4-1 victory. It was scoreless after the first period, and then forward Tyler Secura, the former IceHog team captain, would give the Monsters a 1-0 lead, and that came just shortly after a power play, so the Monsters with some confidence going into the intermission break. But the IceHogs would respond and start firing back up in the third period. They would tie the game 50 seconds into the final frame, thanks to forward Josiah Slavin on a great redirection from an Isaac Phillips shot. But the Monsters would turn around and stun the IceHogs, scoring twice in 11 seconds, thanks to Tyler Secura and Kevin Stenlin, and they would add an empty net goal by Tristan Mullen to seal the victory. Goaltender Colin Delia, 25 saves in the losing effort. Jet Greaves on the other side for Cleveland, he would make 24 stops. The IceHogs would have an opportunity earlier in that hockey game to get on the scoreboard, in fact, really set the tone. They would be awarded a penalty shot attempt when the Monsters were called for closing their hand on the puck in the goal crease, thanks to a great drive to the front of the net by defenseman Ian Mitchell. Michael Tepley would take that penalty shot, but will be denied by Greaves. It would be just the second penalty shot attempt for the IceHogs this season. Entering tonight, though, the IceHogs, led by forward Josiah Slavin in terms of hot play recently, 4 goals and an assist over his last 5 contests. Defenseman Ian Mitchell, he's got an assist as well from Sunday. He has 6 helpers over his last 8 games. For Mike Hartman, saw a 5-game point streak come to a close, but still playing well. 5 goals, 3 assists, 8 points in his last 6. On the Cleveland Monsters side, looking to continue to make that push up the North Division standings. They now have points in 9 of their last 11. The former IceHog and Tyler Secura leading the way. He would pick up points in a lot of contests here recently. In fact, Sunday's game was his second 2-goal game in his last 4 contests, and now enters tonight with 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points in his last 7 games. And defenseman Jake Christensen, among league leaders in blue liners and overall points. He picked up an assist on Sunday afternoon, and he enters today on a 5-game point streak now with 2 goals and 5 assists. As for the head-to-head series, though, today is the 4th and final meeting between these two clubs. The IceHogs a 1-2-0 head-to-head record, so looking to get the split with the victory here tonight. Cleveland's forward Kevin Stenlin leads the way on their side with 3 goals and an assist, 4 points. Carson Meyer also has 3 goals in the head-to-head series. From an IceHogs perspective, Dylan McLaughlin, who is still out with injury under concussion protocol, he is one of the IceHog team leaders, so sorely missed coming into a game like tonight. 2 goals and 2 assists in the head-to-head series, though Alec Regula, who was assigned to the IceHogs the other day on Sunday, in fact, Sunday morning, from the Chicago Blackhawks to the IceHogs, he has 4 assists thanks to a 4-assist game he would have earlier in the season against the Monsters. So as you can see, it's big points on the line for your Rockford IceHogs this evening as they rematch against the Cleveland Monsters and close out their 4-game season series at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Well, coming up on IceHogs Warmup, we're going to hear from the coaching staff and Anders Sorensen, get his take on Sunday's tough loss and the approach coming into tonight. We'll also hear from forward Josiah Slavin and get his thoughts on what it's going to take for the IceHogs to get back to winning hockey and to continue their climb up the Central Division standings. All that and more coming up here soon, so stay tuned for more IceHogs Warmup.